Friends, welcome to this SP Live interactive chart-based presentation on NEP 2020, and you are all welcome to this session. You are studying in Base 10, and today we have Professor Uma Kanjanal to talk about NEP 2020 and digital education. I'm Professor Panda, Director Stride and coordinator of this program. Professor Kanjalal is Pro Vice Chancellor, Indira Gandhi National Open University, and she's also National Coordinator of the NMEICT, Government of India, as well as SWAYAM Prabha, and many other platforms which are accumulated under or functioning under NMEICT. She has been a Senior Fulbright Scholar in the US, and she has also been in IGNOU Director, School of Social Sciences, and many other responsibilities that she is associated with. Basically, she is the leading figure for technology-enabled learning in the country, and now since IGNOU has all these policy as well as practical possibilities within IGNOU, and under which this SWAYAM Vertical 2 is also being operated, through which you are all studying. So please do access this SWAYAM platform also to look at these videos and the modules in English and Hindi given over there. Please do participate in discussion forum. And this video will be available, and this is live telecast through YouTube. This will also be available after editing in SWAYAM. You could also download. You cannot download from YouTube, but you can download from SWAYAM and keep it and circulate it widely. So with this, once again, welcome friends. And on behalf of all of you, I welcome Professor Uma Kanjalal, Pro Vice Chancellor IGNOU, to make a presentation for about half an hour, 40 minutes on NEP 2020 digital education. This is over and above what she had presented earlier, and which is available on YouTube. And please do ask also questions which she would like to respond to. Professor Kanjalal, please.
Oh, thank you, Professor Panda. It's a great pleasure. So, hello to all the participants. Today I am going to talk about National Education Policy 2020 with special reference to digital education. Basically, if you look into the NEP 2020 document and if you go to the section 3.5, you will see that there is a great mention about adoption of technological interventions. So if you see that it talks about improving teaching, learning and evaluation process, it talks about supporting teacher preparation and professional development, which is especially from the context of capacity building that we are doing already through this program. It talks about enhancing educational access, that is reaching the last mile using all kinds of technological interventions. And fourth important area is the streamlining planning, management and administration, where ICT is to be adopted for teaching learning purposes. If we look into section 3.6, it goes further into the deeper aspects. In fact, it talks about technological interventions from the point of view of rich variety of educational software that needs to be developed and made available for students and teachers. So actually it's not just adopting technology, it should be accessible also to all the stakeholders. That's very important in fact. Then it talks about available in all major Indian languages. Regional languages has been specially thrust upon. I mean, in the NEP document you will see that there is a thrust on regional languages and teaching in mother tongue, which means that all the platforms that we use should be also multilingual and supporting Indian languages. That's another area of focus in the NEP 2020 document. Then coming to the accessible to wide range of user, including students, and going to the remote corners of the country, and also including the Divyang students. So accessibility is a very important aspect that has been mentioned in the document, and all kinds of ICT interventions that can be used is also referred to. Then the fourth important aspects, as I mentioned earlier also, teaching, learning, e-content to be developed by all the states, institutions, all should get involved in the process, and with special focus on the regional languages. If we talk about the major interventions that have been happening over the year, I think the most important aspect that we need to stress upon is the online education. And for that, already in fact, from 2014 onwards, a lot of interventions came in for development of platforms, and from 2016 onwards we had the SWAYAM platform, which is basically India MOOCs platform, and in which if you see the numbers, I mean it has become a big success, and in fact we are now number 3 after Coursera and edX. It's a SWAYAM platform which is very popular across the world, and this is the best part is the platform is it's a world class platform, and it's a made in India platform in fact. And if you look into the enrollment status, you will see that already total number of courses, unique courses that have been developed till date is almost around 3,000, and this is figure up to January 2023, and total number of courses delivered listed is more than 9,000. Total enrollment is somewhere around 3.16 crore, and total unique users that have registered on the portal is somewhere around 99.11 lakhs. So the huge number that is there, that's something that talks about the SWAYAM popularity across the country. And also if you look into already till date 16.59 lakh certificates have been issued, and in fact the major aspect in this is that this has institutionalized also the credit transfer policy. So already in fact more than 289 institutions have gone in adopting SWAYAM courses for credit transfer. That's and it's progressing very fast, and we are expecting that very soon we will be having all the universities across the country actually adopting the SWAYAM courses. And especially when we talk about digital learning, I think the other major development that is happening is everyone is talking about online education, everyone is talking about digital university in fact, and SWAYAM is going to play a major role in future where digital education or digital university is concerned. So all these courses are going to be part and parcel of the digital university per se. And another interesting thing is SWAYAM has 2 verticals. One vertical is just a simple course-wise registration where you have all the open courses on SWAYAM. So anyone can just walk in and register and go through the courses. If they complete the course, they get a certificate. So this is, and the exam is conducted through NTA. The second vertical that is very important in case of institutions which are planning to go in for offering online programs, this is known as SWAYAM Vertical 2. This is basically nothing but a learning management system happening at the back end of SWAYAM, where any institution interested to offer online program can use Vertical 2 for offering their online programs without any investment on infrastructure for going in for any specialized elements in that case. Another important thing I would like to mention is that SWAYAM, we have 9 partners who are offering courses across board at all levels. So right from school level to PG level, we have courses available. And in fact, if you look into the NEP document, it says that we have to actually take forward the SWAYAM platform and actually popularize to the extent that is possible. The approach that is followed in SWAYAM is a 4-quadrant approach. It actually includes rich content, e-content made available. We have high quality, first quadrant is high quality video lectures, all multimedia, simulations, animations, developed by subject matter experts. The second one is the text material. It could be in the form of e-content, which could be self-instructional material. It could be any e-book, open source, educational resources. It could be any open access journal material, so which can be also integrated in the teaching learning process. The third quadrant is about assessment, which can include assignments, quizzes, activities, problems, solutions, etc. And the fourth quadrant is most important in a sense that if we talk about SWAYAM courses or any MOOC courses, it's actually taken as a flipped classroom. So if we talk about in a flipped classroom situation, how do we interact? How do we have teacher-learner interaction? How do we have peer-to-peer interaction? For that, discussion forum plays a very important role, in fact, so that students can put in their, they can raise their doubts, get them clarified by the experts that are there. So these are the four quadrant approach that we follow. Apart from that, there's another important aspect which we call as the fifth quadrant. In fact, institutions who are developing the SWAYAM courses, they are asked to actually prepare the transcript, which can be later taken on for translation into 12 regional languages. So already this process is on, and in a major way, the ministry is actually giving thrust to get all the content on SWAYAM translated into 12 languages, and which becomes part and parcel of the SWAYAM platform, in fact. So this is another area that development is there. I mentioned about examination. Certification is only given to those students who complete their continuous assessment and go for a term-end examination. And this term-end examination across the country, it is conducted by a national testing agency, and which is which could be CBT based examination, or even in case of certain humanities, social sciences courses, we have pen and paper examination also happening right now. So basically, if you see, it's a huge setup that has been put in, and regularly every session we have examination conducted for these SWAYAM courses. And after completion of the continuous assessment and the clearing the examination, the students are issued with a certificate. And the best part of this certificate is that it enables credit mobility. What does it mean? That if you earn some credits from SWAYAM courses, a learner can go to the host institution where they are registered, the parent institution where they are registered for their degree program, and ask for credit recognition so that they can actually include in towards their degree. And for this, in fact, there has been a special Gazette notification. In fact, in 2016, we had the first version of the Gazette notification for credit transfer for SWAYAM courses, which talked about that every semester student can go in for 20% of credit transfer. And in the second semester, in the second version that came in, that was in 2021, it talks about 40% of courses can be adopted for credit transfer by any learner, which means the institutions also need to be flexible in a sense that they have curriculum designed in a manner so that they can include adoption of the credits that are coming from SWAYAM. So that kind of a structure has to be built in. Why it is important in a sense that this credit mobility is that all the SWAYAM courses and the credits earned through the SWAYAM courses gets linked to the academic bank of credit. This is one important area, in fact, and this is where, in fact, already activities are on. We have somewhere around 3 lakh students already, 30 lakh students registered on the academic bank of credits, where in fact 21 lakh is from IGNOU itself. And if you see that this will enable students to actually have the facility of multiple entry and multiple exit through the academic bank of credits. And this is getting, this is working on the DigiLocker platform, in fact, and it is also linked with the National Academic Depository. Another important platform that I would like to mention is the SWAYAM Prabha channels, which is actually last mile connectivity through the DCHET channels. So right now we have 34 educational channels that in fact was launched with the GSAT being launched in 2015, And in fact, out of the 24 transponders available in GSAT 15, 2 were allotted to MHRD, now the Ministry of Education. That was done in 2016. Another interesting development that is happening now, this 2 transponders is now being supported with 5 more additional transponders, which will help us in increasing the number of educational channels on the Swayam Prabha. These channels are actually already, which started functioning from 2017. They have been doing 24/7 basis, offering recorded videos as well as live sessions, which are very high quality and also integrated with the curriculum based courses. If you look into the channel distribution, you will see that around 6 channels have been given to IITs and especially NPTEL, in fact, which includes engineering, science and technology. 11 channels given to UGC CEC, which is covering non-technical UG PG level programs. IGNOU has been given 4 channels, which covers diploma and certificate programs. Then we have IIT PAL, which is actually a platform for competitive exam preparation, which includes preparation for IIT JEE as well as NEET. And then we have, for the school sector, 12 channels. In fact, that includes school level right from class 1 to class 12. So these are the distribution right now, but let me tell you that very soon we will be seeing 200 channels coming up for the school level programs. That is under the PM eVidya initiative, which was announced in the last budget. And also we have 34 channels of higher education will be extended to 60 channels. As I mentioned, that we have 5 transponders with us right now. So this is how this whole number is going to increase. So we will be having, say, somewhere around 260 educational channels in future, which will be offering 24/7 educational programs covering all levels, school to K-12 as well as your entire up to PG level, and also in fact all subjects, all disciplines, and also even skill-based programs are to be planned to be covered, vocational skill-based educational programs to be covered in that. Now these channels are already available through the free DD free dish that is there, so which requires just at the user end somewhere around investment of 1500 rupees for the set-top boxes. Once you have that, then you have this all channels accessible. Apart from that, it's also available through GeoTV, through Dish TV, and also the archived videos are available on YouTube. Apart from that, we have a Swayam Prabha app also. You need to just download and use it, so you will have directly access to that. If you look into the Swayam Prabha portal, in fact, it's being maintained by Inflibnet. So just have a look into that. You will find the program schedule. Monthly program schedules are made available. You have feedback mechanism in that. You have search and browsing interface available, and all the archival video links are also provided on this portal. In fact, for the live classes we have done at IGNOU, we have done a kind of experimentation that we have from January 6, 2022. We started with live sessions for UG level courses, which are very popular for IGNOU, and offering, having live sessions in 13 languages, which includes Hindi and English. And all this we have been conducting since January 6 without any break, and till date we have actually 3500 sessions already recorded, which is now available in the archives, so one can just refer back. And this covers all our BA programs, whether we talk about economics, history, sociology, political science, and other popular like psychology and even environmental science courses, in fact. If you look into the NEP document, it talks about technological interventions, and especially from the point of view of disruptive technologies that are there. It talks about use of artificial intelligence. It talks about 3D to 7D virtual reality kind of augmented reality, virtual reality, that to be put in with a lot of emphasis on immersive learning. Then it talks about National Research Foundation, which will be focusing on extensive research in the disruptive technologies. And the third important aspect is the NETF, that is National Education Technology Foundation, which is going to work on identifying the emergent technologies and look into how this can be adopted by the higher education institutions or even the school level education institutions, in fact. So already these activities have been initiated especially for the NETF, and we have, they are coming up with a lot of policies how to go about, and also hand holding the institutions in future for adopting ICT especially. Now, talking about disruptive technologies, as I mentioned, artificial intelligence is going to play a major role in future. In fact, the best part is all these technologies are already available on the LMS platforms that we use or any MOOCs platform that we use, and it has features like intelligent tutoring systems, personalized learning, AI tutor or teaching assistant can be brought in the form of chatbots or anything like that. We can have adaptive learning approaches, natural language processing, then conversational AI can be built in, and big data which can actually create learning analytics. That's an important area, in fact, which can go a great extent in customization and personalization of education. And it also can provide you educational data mining, which can help in decision making and policies that we come up with. So this is one area that a lot of work is going on, adoption of AI in education. Then talking about the technological interventions, AR and VR in education is a major area. Already this activity started under the National Mission on Education through ICT. We have identified some of the vendors who are working on creating AR and VR applications with the existing e-content that are available. So they are going to convert them. We are doing a pilot testing, and hence we will be seeing very soon this adopted and being utilized on our SWAYAM platform as well as SWAYAM Prabha in future, which can actually use a lot of available technologies. Another important area is adoption of blockchain in education. This is another area and which can play a major role in terms of the academic bank of credits. It can improve record keeping and maintenance, seamless payment transactions, and of course this already, as I mentioned, the SWAYAM credits will be integrated with academic bank of credit. Similarly, all the institutions have been asked actually to go forward asking their students to register on ABC. Even many institutions at the back end through their ERP solutions, in fact, is integrating with the DigiLocker so that the ABC IDs are created for their learners. So this is an activity, a major thrust is being there, and in future I think we will be seeing a lot of flexibility coming in the education process in terms of multiple entry, multiple exit systems that we bring in. Talking in terms of the NETF, already I mentioned, a lot of activities already started and a lot of committees have been instituted, and they are coming up with a policy for its implementation in a big way. So it's going to be, NETF is going to be a platform for free exchange of ideas on the use of technology to enhance learning, assessment, planning, administration, etc. It's going to facilitate decision making on the induction and deployment of use of technologies at all levels, and also building intellectual and institutional capacities in educational technology. So it will be actually coming up with plan of action where it will be hand-holding the institutions for adoption of technology, supporting them in the process, creating an ecosystem in the country itself for ICT and online or digital education that we talk about, and also helping in the capacity building of teachers so that they can actually adopt and get abreast with the latest technologies that are there in terms of education. So if you look into the NEP document, I think it's seen as a game changer, and of course digital education will be a big will be bringing in a big change in the country through its increase in access to basic education, skill-based education and lifelong learning, both in the form of formal and non-formal education. It is going to enhance the quality of teaching and learning to improve the relevance and effectiveness of basic education. It will be expanding distance learning opportunities, especially for disadvantaged groups and remote areas, because we have a lot of technologies that are being adopted which provides last mile accessibility, and expected that it will help in the long run to raise the GER from 27.6% that is at present to 50% at least by 2035. So if you look into the overall government policy in higher education, it is directed towards promoting digital education, and this is very well reflected in the NEP 2020. Actually, now our time has come that we are already talking about its implementation, and in many areas already action has started. So I think digital education is going to be the future, and we all need to adapt and adapt the requirements, and also get to know what are the technologies available, be aware about it, and how best we can use them for our teaching learning purposes. So with this, I'll finish here.
Thank you, Professor Kanjulal, for an excellent presentation, and thank you, friends.